Good morning everybody, it's Denise here, Denise Junk Journals UK. I hope you're all well. Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me. I'm doing good, thank you. So we're back with the Flower Fairy journal number 2. So this is the blue one with the purple inside. And last time we were here, just to remind you, we haven't sewn the signature in yet. We just decided on this flippy journal card for the front pocket, and we made this last time a pocket within a pocket within a pocket for the back. Okay, so I want to sew the signature in with you today. There are a couple of things I want to do first though before I sew it in, and I thought you might like to see them. So we'll do those and then I'll stop and stitch some of the page edges and then we'll sew the whole thing in together. So as I was looking through it and I got to this page, and this page, there's a few things I wanted to do. So this is quite a dark page. I do want to keep it in there. It's a gorgeous Gordon Benningfield page. So it's his butterfly paintings, and on the other side is a sketch of his. So yeah, I wanted to lighten this up. So I brought a few bits and pieces here. I was looking for sort of reds and oranges, and I pulled that, but to be honest, I think it's too white, lighter background. Obviously the pink is not going to work here. Yeah, this marigold fairy I've just inked round. We cut her out with the circle punch, I think a couple of sessions ago when I was trying to save some of the book pages, and she's actually looking up at the butterfly, so she kind of lightens it up a bit. I'm going to have her on there, and I want something on the back as well which is also quite dark, so I don't think I want another, he's looking up as well, flower fairy. Oh, I was thinking some of these things, these are nice. I don't want to make that any smaller, that I cut out of that flower fairy book, The Secret. The Secret Life of Flower Fairies. Now I could just tear a couple of those down and put them in one corner. Quite like the written bit though. Quite liked it down there. It's hiding a bit of... Oh. Now do you think we could, let's get rid of that pointy bit, do you think we could put it down as a tuck? It's not very strong, I don't want to back it because I'll lose that edge that I've got there. It's strong enough for a bit of something. What do we think? It lightens it, doesn't it? I'm going to do it, you can tell, can't you, by the way I just went for the glue. Yeah, it lightens it up and those colour tones go. Alright, I'm going to use Fabri-Tac because it's shiny paper on shiny paper. Yeah, I might want to do some stitching down the side of this, but it will only be stitching, I think. Having tried that material down it, I think, yeah, nothing's going to go, but a bit of stitching might. Right, so just a tuck for a very lightweight piece of something. Paper or a picture, or depends what will go, I guess, in front of the... I've got a cloth out. Depends what will go in front of this paper. It would have to be something light, wouldn't it? Oh, yeah, that's it. You see, Fabri-Tac gives you time and it moves. I'll have to give it a few minutes to. What was I putting down it? Yeah, just a little bit of something tucked in there, maybe a ticket or something. So shall we put her on at the same time while we're waiting for that glue to grab? We might as well wait for this one as well. I've got something that I know I want to put on the inside of this page that I've already looked at, so we'll let this grab and then we'll do that. Sometimes it's easier to decorate some of these pages before they're stitched into the signature. Yeah, definitely lightens it. I love that now, really love that. Yeah. Okay, stop saying yes, Denise. I said yes so many times on the video yesterday, I noticed. Yeah, I'm going to, oh, there we go, you see. I'm going to do something in the middle as well. So I thought, we decided, didn't we, to put this in last time as well, and again I think it will be easier if I back it. If I back it before I stitch it in. Did I have something? I did. I had this piece of card ready, which you've seen. I think I had 2 pieces of it left, so it's from the Flower Fairy CD-ROM. Yeah, it goes with the colours, doesn't it? And it's going to actually sit against that. No, it's not, is it? Oh, well, kind of. I guess when you turn the page, is she sitting in front of that? No, I don't think that's right. Was it there? Lost where I wanted everything now. Yeah, I think it was there. That one. Yeah. So it's against the. I don't know if you can see right up there. It's against that one. She wasn't going in the middle, was she? No, it was against that one. Right. So all I really need to do is, because it's cut nice and square, just really stick it on. I'm just wondering if I want to do it round so I can open the end. I will. I don't know if I'm going, well, I'll have to decide if I put it in, won't I? Opening the end once it's in will be a bit tricky. Well, to open it on the guillotine wheel, obviously it'll open with scissors, but yeah, that's what I mean by tricky. Now what I'm thinking is, I don't even know where I was going with that one. Whatever I was thinking, I've stopped thinking it. Pass. Oh dear, I amaze myself sometimes. What was I thinking? I don't know. I have no clue. Oh, I've tickled myself there. I know I've got a bad memory, but to forget what you're saying halfway through actually saying it is pretty bad. Oh dear. Going to be one of those days then, I'm guessing. Brain's obviously elsewhere. Right, luckily I had decided that I was going to cut that, because I think that's not too bad. I was going to say I thought I'd nipped it anyway. Yeah, I didn't ink it because I don't want to make it too dark, but no, I think it'll be fine. Wondering what I'm going to put on the other side of it. I'm just going to open it up. Don't want it too weighty, do we? I mean, it's a nice thick envelope, this. So it will take... I'm sure that opened it. Yeah, there we go. It will take the weight, it's just I don't know how thick the journal's going to become. So do we want a... Yes, we do, but what side do we want it on? A divot is what I was going to say. Not that big one. This one. I nip my fingers in these so often. Right, now I'm not going to be able to get that in. Oh, I thought I'd turned that off. You won't get it in there because it's closed. I hope that's not going to... Mind, I am turning off soon, aren't I? So I'll be able to turn it off then. Now I want it this side. I don't suppose it matters too much whether it's in the middle. I will try for middle, but I don't think I want it quite that big though. Oh, good job we didn't do it quite that big, because it's pretty big now. Oh, maybe I was wondering whether to back inside there. I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it white. It's a nice pristine white, isn't it? Are you well stuck on there? I feel that you're not. No. Had a feeling. Right. Are you going to be kind to me, art glitter? Art glitter. Fabri-Tac, and not blob everywhere. Let's see how clever I can be. Did I get it? I did. Right. Just give it a minute to stay open now. Yeah, what we're going to put on the back of this would be handy before we sew it in. What's it going on there? Let's have a little look. So I liked that on there because it showed that border. And I liked the brown behind it because you could see that border. Yeah, I think that plain against there is love that. Yep, it's going there. So we need to find something for the back of that. But let me just do in here. So I wanted to put that in there. I had one from the other side as well, this. I wondered about making that a tuck or a belly band. What do you think? Obviously they're not going to be next to each other. They're not centre pages. That says gowns from Flower Fairies. Just two little tucks. I'm going to stitch down the page edges, but I don't think that will matter. So what do we think? Belly band or tuck? I could do a belly band to the left hand side, couldn't I? So it's a tuck, but you can get things. Yeah, I've talked myself into that. Okay, let's just ink this a little bit in case there's any white bits. It was just an edge page from a book, from the book, and obviously, you know, half the fairy's missing, so I couldn't use him as a whole fairy. But yeah, I think he'll look good there. Let's just ink the inside of this as well. I know some people do all their embellishing. They embellish every page before they sew their journals together, which is quite interesting to watch, I have to say. And of course you get to change things a lot more than once you've stitched your journal together and it's a done deal. Yeah, let's do it. So this one's going to be a tuck. Let's do the right side. So we want the straight side. Glued down, and it might just catch in the stitching, but it might not. Again, it won't have anything really heavy in it because the journal is just a one signature. Whoops, it's a little higher at the top and the bottom, but not too bad. I don't want to move it about, otherwise, you know, because it will slide about. But that means the glue will then close more of the tuck off than I want it to. So, come on, don't stop now. We're having such a good time. There's a song lyric for you. We're having a ball. Oh. Thank goodness for Fabri-Tac. Well, goodness me, imagine if I'd art glittered that. I would have been... Is that right? Yeah. Now I'm going to have to let the pages dry, aren't I? Because it's got the glue on it. Okay, there we go. I told you it was going to be one of those days. I will... I was going to say I'll let it dry and come back to you, but we can always do the back of this, can't we? Because I don't think it'll take too long. Oh, thank goodness I found it. That's all I can say. Deep sigh of relief. Oops, don't stick to me. Yeah, I'm trying to use up all the bits and pieces of the book pages rather than just, you know, creating something else. Who's got anything on the back? Ooh, worms. That one's got torn. No. I don't know if you can see what I'm looking at. Probably not. There's not much left now. I've done quite well there with the using up the book. Yeah, not much of it left at all there. Okay, so let's look at the other bits of fairy book. That's not fairy book, that is. It's not really the colours I'm after though. So let's get the... Oh, I'm wondering if there's something, you know, in the actual... Yeah, let's put that down a minute. That's rather large, isn't it? In here, because I had some big Flower Fairy images, and oh, that's a Christmassy one. They're all that way on, aren't they? I mean, I could put a couple of those to... Oh no, I can't put two together, could I? Because of the envelope that side. Of course I could. Silly. You silly Billy. Over it like that. If only they were a touch bigger. Right. And you're going to be too big, aren't you? Yeah. Okay. So we could do that onto a piece of paper. Let's have a look what else we've got. Just more of the same in there. Unless we put a whole page. It's not far off, is it? Oh, and that one's only one-sided, so that's a good one to use. Perhaps there. Now we've got this page. Oops. Does that go? Sorry, I'm probably moving it about too much. It's very faint Flower Fairy. It's from the front of one of the books, the season books. We put that there and that there. Right, let me move some stuff so you can see. You all came out of there, didn't you? And so did you. Okay. Yeah, so what I'm thinking is if we put those two together and then kind of slide them on that as far as we can. I wanted the green one, didn't I? So we've got the... Not that they'll be together, to be honest. The green and the purple. Yeah. So let's just get those rough edges off and try and make it a smooth piece. And we need them to be exactly the same size, if that's possible. Who knows with this chopper? Let's give it a go. Yeah, put them in the bin. So what I'm thinking is, yeah, let's have them the right way up. If I just glue this edge along here. Can hear the cogs whirring. Didn't want to ink that, but it is going to show quite white, isn't it? A bit too white. So let's just try and faintly do it. As faintly as I can do these things. We can always put some trim or something on it if we have to. Right, so I'm thinking the best thing to do is actually stick that on. First. Preferably straight. Let's just... Shall I Fabri-Tac? Because I can move it about, can't I? Yeah, let's Fabri-Tac it. Don't go too close to that edge there. Okay. Yeah, that's right. So just on the outside so it will fold easily. Yeah, so remember the two are not going to be showing together. And then we want the this one exactly over that one really, because these are going to, right, it seems possible, so let's try it. I know I'm making a bit of a meal of it, but the way my brain is going today, I could very easily do something silly. We'll go for silly. Stupid was a bit harsh. Are you straight? I think you are. I know it doesn't look it against that. Well, it's not bad actually, but and what were you going round? This one. See, so all you'll see is the front of it. Then when you turn it over, you'll see that there's a hole there. It's that bit that doesn't look straight to me. And she looks nice backing onto there. Yeah. So let me just check this is straight by doing it the other way up on here. If you know what I mean. Yeah, it's not. Gosh, it was a long way out. No wonder I could see it wasn't straight with my eyes. I think that's better. Whoops. Like I say, I don't want to over ink. It's having something in it. I'm wondering about a little bit of lace down the edge as well. Might, because it looks quite bare, doesn't it? Might just finish it. What have we got here? Bit too much. Just cut it down. Preferably with your fingers intact. I'm doing it down the middle because I don't know if I want the nice neat edge or the not so neat edge. I definitely didn't want that much. Oops. Little bits everywhere now. Yeah, I like that non-neat edge. So we don't want you straight there. You're a bit wriggly, aren't you? And we don't want you straight there. I did say I was going to sew the signature in today, didn't I? Yeah, I am. I'm only joking, don't worry. Which way did I have it? That way? Oh well. Yeah, it's sticking up nicely, which I quite like. Yeah. It was just a bit of a harsh edge, that, wasn't it? Just a tiny bit showing on there as well. That's better. I might put a bit more of that down. Just a little bit, if I can. If I can do little bits. I still want some frilly bits, but yeah, that's it. Yes, happy with that. Okay. Let's look at you in situ again. Yeah, it's pretty. The three together's nice. And I like that. Maybe we might decorate her up with something. We'll see when we get it in the journal. Right, so shall we try and put these in the right way up? I don't know why I'm saying we and dragging you into the the mess that I made. It's just a little bit of shiny shit. This one's covered completely. Never thought about that. And that one is there, just a tiny bit there. A tiny bit we'll see. Oops, where did the glue go? Right over there. Let's just double check we're right way up we are. You've obviously still got a bit of glue still damp. Oh, it's a lot of this. Damp on you, you're sticking on your own. Yeah, I did like that the other way up, I have to say, but I wanted that outside bit there. So not this, but some kind of paper just tucked in, you know, kind of like a belly band tuck sort of thing. Nice. Yeah, still like it. Yeah, and thankfully this is gonna I'm just looking at, I've got my outside pieces there now curled. Does it bother me? Cornered. And do we want a little, I don't want to lose any more of that. I'm not going to. I don't want to lose any more of that image. So we'll leave it cornered at the edges and straight in the middle. I don't know why I preferred it the other way, but I did. I think just because that's what I had in my mind. I'll probably love it when I come back to it, but right, so I said I was just going to stitch down there, which I will, and it'll probably just catch that in and there. Do I want to stitch it now? I'm not sure. Do you know, I don't think I do. I'm not going to. No, I'm not going to stitch that one. Don't know if I dare shut it now. What was going in? Right, this wants some stitching on it. Oh, was the fairies going on that? I have a feeling the fairy, that looks more like it. Now then. Right, let's get it all back in. So I liked the look of those three together. The purple with that cream behind it, and this brown behind the cream. No, but I wouldn't have had those two together. So now, is there something else missing? Yeah, I think these all came before that, didn't they? No. No. Well, I definitely don't want those two together, so what's gone on? I like that on there, and I like that on there. So is there anything we can move? Can we move this? I just want something in between the two. Let's have a look. There's always something we can do. If this isn't the one, we'll find another. Obviously my edges are all different. Right, let's have a look, see what I think. Like that on there. Yeah. Yes. Do I like this against that? No, I don't. So that's not the piece. I want a piece in there. I like those pinks together. That music was in there, wasn't it? Let's put it back. Got this pink. No, pink won't really go. I've got plain. That one might. Let's try that. Don't know about the blue and the blue. The blue go there. Don't mind it so much. Sorry if I'm driving you crazy. This is why sometimes I organise my papers without you. So we've got this and this. I might just have to put another page in, strangely enough. I just feel that it's all moved. I added that page that you haven't seen. Oh, and I backed that brown, yes, what's it called? Straw paper, because it was so thin in the other journal. So I've just backed it with some very thin copy paper, digital, grungy digital. Yeah, I much prefer the weight of it. And we've got that page out of the fairy book there. I don't mind that as I come back to it. Let me just have one more look, and then I will I'll stop the camera. and sew. Maybe if I just put a line of green stitching down there, it will tie it into that and I'll like it more. Because I don't mind that with that. I like that over that. I was going to put some stitching on there, wasn't I? So green stitching on there, and then maybe that wants some pink lace. Something on there anyway. The rest I think are all, I'm going to mat onto there something, or collage onto it. Same with that. Yeah, just those two then. So I'll stop the camera, I'll just stitch those two and then we'll sew it in. Hooray! Okay, there we go. I've done stitching, so let's have a look before we sew it in that we're happy with it. I'll put it straight in a minute before I stitch it. This is just checking that the pages are all where I want them. I did put some green down there, which I think has done exactly what I wanted it to do. It's tied it in lovely with that. I put this bit of fabric, ratty-tatty fabric, on with some bright pink cotton on this side of the that's that handmade paper, and I put green in the underneath of the machine, and you'll see why on another page that I've done in a minute. And don't think I did anything else apart from this page coming up, which was this one. It just looked like it was just a piece of card stuck in, because it's graphic 45, it's a bit thicker than the other paper, but that pink around the edge is just, well, in my opinion, it's done something to it. It's tied it in, made it into something. And the green on the back, I didn't think the pink on the back would go, especially with this green page out of the fairy book. Yep, and then that is going to be stitched in there, that beautiful envelope. So yeah, I was just remembered that last time I put some, and I did it after the event, and before the event would be better, I put some washi inside just in that envelope crease there, so that when I'm pulling the what are they called, the strings, the ties tight, yeah, when you sew it in, why can't I think of the word? Anyway, the waxed thread, you know what I mean. The binding, that is it, that's the word I was looking for. That goes nice, doesn't it? So that yeah, the binding doesn't pull through that little bit of paper. That's, you know, it's just weakened because it's creased, no other reason. And that will just give it a little bit of something. Just wondering if to put it on the outside as well. It's quite strong because it's a bit plasticky, isn't it, washi? No, I think it'll do fine on there. Don't want to make it so thick that it doesn't want to fold for me. Just going to fold that down a little bit. So yeah, I think I said to you it was a dull day. It still is. It doesn't look like it's going to change itself. Let's just hope it doesn't rain. I do have a bed spread out on the line that's been packed away for a while, and I just thought it would be nice to freshen it up, really. I could have probably chosen a better day, but there we go. Okay, so far you're in the middle where I want you. I do like these types of journals where the pages are all different sizes. You in the middle. Get you in the middle. You up a little bit. And you're okay. You're going off. Don't go off. And you were too low down. That's better. I want you more, a bit lower, but not too low. That's it. You are a big one. I'll have you in the middle as well, I think. I'm feeling in the middle kind of mood Oh, I think you might need a little bit off you. Okay. Don't lose what we've done. Just a tiny bit tall. Yeah, off the top. I don't want to lose that lovely picture at the bottom. Might take a bit more than a tiny bit. 1/4 inch. Let's just make sure it's level both sides. Not far off. Not far off. Yeah, so I was just thinking we're well into May now, aren't we? Or our, I should say, our granddaughter, who is our eldest grandchild. Yeah, she's starting her first year exams at college this month. I can't believe it. Just growing up. She's a proper young lady now. Just had her 16th birthday. She's one of the youngest in the school year actually, which isn't always, I know from a teacher, it's not always a good thing for them. But yeah, she's doing really well at college. She's really taken to it, so all good news there, considering, you know, these kids and last year's kids and the year before's in the last few years at school have had it bad with COVID. Well, I think all of them have, haven't they? But you know, knowing your exams are coming up, goodness me. You know, when I was at school, I would have thought it was brilliant for the school year to be so short and spend time at home, but yeah, it's not so good in the long run, is it? Still, she seems to have done really well, bless her. At least she's one of the ones that is good about her studies. I mean, there are kids who, and I might well have been one of them, who would have just thoroughly enjoyed the excuse to not learn. So yeah, their parents would have had hard work and teachers. I mean, wouldn't have had that with me. Although Mum wouldn't have let her get away with it anyway, but you know what I'm saying, right? Yeah, I know I haven't got, thank you for telling me folks, I haven't got my cover on there. I did only just spot it, but how many times have you watched me sew a journal together without its cover? Yeah, I don't know if you can probably hear the boiler. It's the heating pump, I think, and the hot water tank is in a cupboard in my room here, and I've literally just put the heating on. It's really quite cold. Just went downstairs for a cup of coffee, to tell you the truth, after I'd stitched those pages, and I thought, oh, it's chilly, and gosh, I can't see to thread that. Yeah, it's really bad for me sitting and getting cold. Well, I think it's bad for anybody, but my blood's thin, so I can't get warm again. A bath is about all that will do it when I get really cold, so I thought, oh, Neil's not here to say, oh, it's cold. I never realised until it's too late, but I did realise today, so I've just put the heating on, so it's working quite hard at the minute, that's why I can hear it. That was a long story, wasn't it? Right. Let's take those out. I don't know why I didn't in the first place. Oops. Grab all that, that's it. Take this one off and take this out. No, be too close to the top there. See, this is a bit that I think is not so interesting, but you all say you want to watch it, so I don't mind. Just tell me when you get to the point that actually it's rather boring watching somebody sew a book together. It never goes the same way twice. I think that's probably why people like to watch it, to make sure when they do it and it goes wrong, they're not the only ones. Trust me, you're not. It is one of the trickiest parts, I believe, of the craft, and the only way to, I say, master it, I don't know that I have yet, the only way to get comfortable with it is to just keep doing it. Like I say, it can be taken apart and restitched. I know you weaken your pages and things, but you can do that. Right, I think you're in. Yeah, the pages are actually as big as the, very nearly, which I do with my needle, very nearly as big as the cover. I need a book to punch into, don't I? There we go. Yeah, so I've not left myself a lot of wiggle room, which in hindsight could have made life easier. Still need to do something on the cover of this as well. It's not, the cover's not finished. I'm all over the shop, aren't I? Right, here goes then. Here goes nothing. See if we can get it central through the spine, which is always a good start. And this is where lots of people differ. I always, as soon as I've made a hole, attempt to put my needle straight through it before anything moves. I just find that's the easiest way for me. It's not necessarily the right way. I know people punch all the holes and then do all the sewing. I find it easier that way. Completely up to you how you find it best. And to be honest, you can do it different every single time, which is what I did when I was first learning. Not because I was meaning to, just because I kept forgetting the steps. Something up with my eyesight today, I think. Am I through? I'm through. Yay. I always find that one the tricky one. Like I say, with one signature it is easier. When you're used to doing it, it is. I'm trying to get 2 or definitely 3 in. One of these fine days I am going to attempt a really big fat journal with maybe 5 signatures in it. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Now we're going straight back through. I know I'm not showing you, but I don't like to move it about too much, because once I lose it, it really frustrates me trying to find it, and yeah, I go through the book pages and it rips them, and that one's closing up already. So yeah, I just like to keep it as closed as I can and get it stitched. I know that's probably not brilliant for you to see. Oh, I'm so pleased I remembered to do that with that little washi in there. It's a top tip for you there. Okay, so right over left, left over right. I didn't check that it was tight on that side, did I? Look at that. You see, I always do something wrong. Lovely and tight in here. Like I say, this thread is beautiful because it comes undone. I'd really come unstuck if my thread won't come undone, because I do that so many times. So I managed to sew my cover on today anyway. We'll look at the pluses. We'll take a positive. It's dark and I can't really see in there what I'm doing. Let me just go into in front of my light, because the first one's come undone lovely. This one wants to stay. Yeah, my eyes are really not good this morning. Don't know if it's the light or my glasses need changing. Oh, I've got it. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe it's the light. Maybe they just need cleaning, which is also a possibility. Yeah, look at that. You need to get those straight before you tie these. Straight and tight, that's better. Now pull it through. I pulled it, you see, to make sure it was tight, but I didn't check that it had made it tight. I think I seem to be threaded through myself there. I am. Yeah, this is what I mean. Maybe if you're wanting to watch it all the time, it's to see this, to see how to get out of. That's good and tight. Making errors. There we go. That's it. Took took a while, but let's hope it was worth it. Now let me put this back on its, because I'll never find it again on this desk unless I stick it in myself. I know that deadens it a bit, dampens it a bit, but okay, let's see what we've got. The big reveal. Yeah, I still want something, a word or something that's going to stand out on the front. Okay, what have we got? You're tight, aren't you? You can just see bits of, it doesn't look that tight actually. No, I'm not sure it is. I might have to redo that one again. It's not, it is tight, but it's not tight enough for my liking. I'll have to have a look. Maybe something will become evident when I come through, but yeah, I might end up undoing that and tightening it again. Love this Hawaiian shirt on here. Okay. I've seen these 3 or 4 times now, so I'll just go through quick. Just checking the pages are where they should be. Yeah, I don't like the way we're moving. That vellum one. Yeah, they seem to have pulled the pages a little bit, and yet it's not tight. Yeah, definitely have to retighten that. It's definitely loose. So all I'm going to do is what I've just done, undo it again, pull the strings really tight, and then I'll just tie one knot and then go through the book. Did I show you that? Don't know if I showed you the back of that, I don't think I did. Yeah, go back through the book before I do the second knot and make sure it is tight where I want it. Loving that. Yeah, I'm loving the pages where they are, so yeah. Pages are all good, happy with all that, not happy with how loose it is. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, I was literally seconds and mystery solved. What I'd done, it was my fault, I'd done something wrong. I didn't have my threads on either side of this centre thing, which is really essential. One that side and one that side, so when you tighten it, the thread stops the knot going back through. My knot had gone down into the papers. Look. Now you can see that they're secure. I thought they looked a bit strange. Okay, that's the first time I've ever done that, so there's a new error for me and a new lesson. But yeah, but it's absolutely fine now. Thank goodness for that. I was a little bit concerned about that, you know, having done it twice and it not being any better. So, gosh, on that note, we'll call that a video. Tomorrow we will fill it. Yay! The best bit. Fill and embellish it tomorrow, and hopefully something on the cover as well. So it might be finished tomorrow. It might not. It might take 2. You know what it's like once we start. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with those yet, so I'm just going to leave them dangling. Yeah, it might take us 2, but it definitely won't take more than 2. But it'd be nice if it only takes 1. We'll get it done and move it on, because it is just a matter now of embellishing some pages and adding the ephemera. Might perhaps need to make a little bit more ephemera, because we've got another journal to fill yet, haven't we? Yeah, so much happier now. Gosh, that was a bit of a worry. I thought the journal was going to be no good, because if your pages become ripped in there and move about, then other than take them out and tape them, there's not a lot you can do. Okay, so please give me a thumbs up. I think I need one today just to cheer me up. You know, I've still enjoyed working on it. I'm only joking. That's a little bit near the front, that, isn't it? It will have some lace on it anyway. Oh, that's the one that's got the bigger bit at the back. It needs trimming down at the back. Actually, that is the front. Yeah, put some lace over there so you won't see it where it is anyway. And yeah, it's going to be a nice journal. Okay, see you tomorrow for the fill-in. Bye bye.